No way. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh. Oh. It looks just like him. It looks just like him. Score.
Hey, I brought you some Wendy's.
Yeah, go on in. There's a hot tub inside. Stupid shit!
Score! Oh no, it's Chris Hansen! What the hell is going on? Wait a minute. Oh god, it's Chris Hansen! Chris Hansen! Hey, boy! I knew it! There aren't really brownies!
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, it looks just like Tampon Tim, dude. Dude, like if South Park created a Tim Walsh character, it would literally look like that. Oh, to the T with the shorts and the Wendy's. Oh no, Chris Hansen. Oh, I knew it was a setup. Wait a minute, there's no brownies here. Oh man. That's a classic right there, South Park episode. That's a classic. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, Kamala Harris, she's doubling down on the accents, dude. She's back. She's back. Kamala Harris emerges from hiding, unveils new accent at the National Black Caucus of State Legislators Conference. Like I said, just keep going. Just keep doing this. Definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again. Thinking it's gonna change, expecting a different result. Just keep it going. Keep it going. Kamala Harris emerged from hiding and unveiled a new accent at the National Black Caucus of State Legislatures Conference. And as you could imagine, it's cringe. As usual. So fake, dude. That's what people are sick of, you know? That's what people are sick of. Notice how she's like covering her neck like crazy now? Even more now. Her saggy Nancy Pelosi vagina neck. Ooh. Ooh. I knew y'all. I knew y'all. I knew y'all. And of course, the stupid blacks in the audience are like, oh yeah, she's one of those. She's doubling down. Doubling down. Not changing a damn thing. No course correction. Nope. Nope. None at all. None at all. Well, when it comes to some of their rhetoric with Kamala, she can't change. She's retarded, dude. You know? Low IQ. But she's got to depend on other low IQs to get on board with her retardation. That's how it works. That's how it works. Okay. All right. Where am I? All right. We still got a lot of news to get through. On this Friday evening. Okay. Let's take a look at what's going on in Biden world with some of these further developments and efforts to sabotage the incoming administration, excuse me, of Donald Trump. Joe Biden adds retired General Mark Milley to potential sweeping preemptive pardons list, according to a report. President Joe Biden and his staffers are reportedly considering another name to add to the group of people under consideration for preemptive pardons before Trump returns to the White House in January. According to the Washington Post, reportedly under consideration is former Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman, retired General Mark Milley, who was previously reported, and we covered this the other night, that Anthony Fauci, Senator-elect Adam Schiff, and Representative Liz Cheney are being considered for preemptive pardons. Wow. Tell us you're guilty without, just directly telling us you're guilty. During Biden's first year in office, Milley faced scrutiny from Congress after it was revealed that he had made secret phone calls to a top Chinese official ahead of the 2020 election and following January 6th, the New York Post reported. He admitted in a September 2021 congressional appearance to calling China's general, Li Zi, to tell him that he would personally warn China in the event of a U.S. attack. He claimed that he made the call because U.S. intelligence showed that China was worried about a strike by the United States, and Milley wanted to relieve their fears, just going rogue and doing his own thing. Straight up, as if he's the president, just picking up the phone and making these phone calls. But I mean, when Joe Biden's in, military-industrial complex, these deep state psychos, they're really running the show. They're really running the show. This comes as many in the mainstream media, such as the New York Times columnist and MSNBC analyst Michelle Goldberg, has called for Biden to issue blanket pardons for people who have not committed crimes, claiming that FBI Director nominee Kash Patel has written enemies lists that lay out exactly who Biden should pardon. Translation: Kash Patel has a list of criminals that shall be investigated, prosecuted, tried, convicted, jailed at the least. Convicted and jailed at the least. At the least. And they're serious about this, so now it's looking like Milley has been added to the list. Just more criminals that we're not expecting a second Trump presidency. Getting ready to protect themselves. And they're calling for it in the media. Bedingfield pardons for Trump enemies list, absolutely a serious process for Biden. Former Biden communications director Kate Bedingfield said Thursday on CNN on the This Morning show that there was absolutely a process underway to consider pardons for people the Biden administration believes President-elect Donald Trump might target. Do we have a clip? 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 Do we have Let's see.
Out of this story, President Biden sparked a wave of bipartisan backlash this week, announcing the sweeping pardon of his son Hunter. But according to new Politico reporting, it may not be the only pardon that Biden grants. Jonathan,
Is this even a woman? That looks like a dude to me. It might be. I don't know. This looks like a man. Look at that. Look at that. Every time I see this weirdo on CNN, it looks like it's like about to throw up. Maybe throw up on its own BS and lies, but I don't know. This looks like a man. This looks like a dude. Like a real stocky dude.
Out of this story, President Biden sparked a wave of bipartisan backlash this week, announcing the sweeping pardon of his son Hunter. But according to new Politico reporting, it may not be the only pardon that Biden grants. Jonathan Martin reports this. President Joe Biden's senior aides are conducting a vigorous internal debate over whether to issue preemptive pardons to a range of current and former public officials who could be targeted with President-elect Donald Trump's return to the White House. One House Democrat already has some ideas about who should be on that list.
Judge Smith named...
Who's this Rigga? Who's this Rigga? This fool.
Already has some ideas about who should be on that list.
Judge Smith's name is on my list. Liz Cheney's name is on my list. I
Freaking dinosaur, dude. Look at this dinosaur, dude. Get out of the way. Term limits.
think they all should be preemptively pardoned because I think there are people who Trump will bring into this government who will go after these people in a serious way, and there's no need to subject them to that.
The panel is that. Kate Bedingfield, how real do you think this is, and how important does the White House see this?
Oh, I think it's real. I think they are, I mean, look, you heard President Biden and then Vice President Harris on the campaign trail talk about what they believe Donald Trump's abuses of power would mean. And I think that they're taking every opportunity here to explore the options they have left in the time that they have left in office to protect people who may be subject to that attack. So yes, I think it is absolutely a serious process they're undergoing. We'll see what the ultimate outcome is, but I would imagine that Biden views this as an opportunity to ensure that people who don't deserve to be targeted in that way aren't.
People in the White House and the Biden campaign and the Harris campaign have...
So effectively keeping them safe from having to be held accountable for their crimes. This is chess, guys. This is a game of chess.
Aren't.
People in the White House and the Biden campaign and the Harris campaign had legitimate fears during the race of what would happen if Trump won. Really fearing potential legal persecution and also like what the cost would do. That being said, the context here matters, and that this is coming right after a lot of Democrats are very upset with how Joe Biden rolled out his pardon of his son Hunter, doing it as a one-off, as being like, oh, I'm very, very concerned about political persecution, and I'm only doing my son. And they're like, well, if you're so worried, then why not include this with lots of other people? And so you have to...
Are you hearing this? So for the past couple of years, all of these same retards were parading around the media saying, Biden doesn't view himself as above the law. He will never pardon his son Hunter because they believe in accountability. So now here we are. Now he's having to backtrack on that. Now these homosexuals on CNN, in my opinion, even today, now they're saying, well, because he actually ended up pardoning his son, he might as well just pardon everybody too. Come on, guys, come on. And they wonder why they're hemorrhaging viewers.
Only doing my son. And they're like, well, if you're so worried, then why...
Joe Biden doing his son? Okay, dude.
...off as being like, oh, I'm very, very concerned about political persecution, and I'm only doing my son. And they're like, well, if you're so worried, then why not include this with lots of other people? And so you have to put it within the context of that. I think that's part of the reason why some of these stories are coming out now.
All right. Still ahead here on CNN this morning. After their sweeping...
Stupid commentators, man. Literally just brain rot. I don't know who watches this stuff. I really don't know. You know, maybe woke boomer Karens, maybe, I suppose, and gays. That's it. That's their audience. Woke boomer Karens and gays. That's who watches CNN and MSNBC. Straight up. Well, even Corinne Jean-Pierre was pressed on this today, and she confirmed that it's on the table.
I'm just not going to. I'm not going to get ahead of the president. Certainly, the president is looking at reviewing next steps, and there will be more to come. I'm just not going to get because I'm not going to I'm just not going to. I'm not going to get into.
I'm not going to get into it, but it's on the. He's reviewing. It's in review.
Get ahead of the president. Certainly, the president is looking at reviewing next steps, and there will be more to come. I'm just not going to get ahead of the president. I'm not going to get into hypotheticals.
I'm so glad this woke black retard is getting fired, dude. That makes me so happy. Like I am so. I want to celebrate because of it. Ugh, I can't stand that thing, dude. That stupid mophead. I can't stand it. Condescending attitude. Talking down to us for the past, 3 years? Jen Psaki was in for what, like a year? Something like that? Good riddance. Good riddance. I think she had a huge interaction today, I believe. Let me see if I can find the full. I think it was Peter Ducey, was it? Pressed her today. Just lost it. White House. Peter Ducey. Peter Ducey. I think it was him. Let's see, this one?
It's not going to get ahead of the president.
Preemptive parties on the table as the president goes through.
I'm just not going to. I'm not going to get ahead of the president. Certainly, the president is looking at reviewing next steps, and there will be more to come. I'm just not going to get ahead of the president. I'm not going to get into hypotheticals.
And then a different part of your question. In your first briefing hearing, as press secretary, you committed to speaking to the American people, and I quote, in a transparent way, in a truthful way, and an honest way.
Yes.
And then in July, here at this podium, you were asked about the president pardoning his son, and he said, it's a no, it will be a no, it's a no.
Yes. And that is exactly right.
The president's son and that pardon came a yes.
You see why I've been telling people, like, the take isn't, oh, look, they're hypocrites. No, these people don't care. They don't care. They know that you know they're hypocrites. They know that you know they're lying. They just laugh at you. I know, I lied. What are you going to do about it? That's who these people are. He's condescending. Look at that, just laughing in your face. I know I lied. What are you going to do about it? Stupid DEI hire woke blacks. Look at this. Good riddance.
The president's way and an honest way.
Yes.
And then in July, here at this podium, you were asked about the president pardoning his son, and he said, it's a no, it will be a no, it's a no.
Yes. And that is exactly right.
The president's son and that pardon came a yes. I'm wondering if you would like to explain to us, the American people, really why the information that you provided.
And I answered this question on Monday. Spent about 30 minutes on this, almost 30 minutes, roughly 30 minutes on this particular issue. And I'm just going to reiterate what I said on Air Force One to your colleagues when I did the gaggle. And look, if you look at his statement, it's pretty comprehensive. The statement that he put out on Sunday when he made this decision. To pardon his son, Hunter Biden. It's in his own voice. I think it takes you through his thinking, and he did. He wrestled with this. And again, he said in his statement, in his own voice, that he made that decision this past weekend. And the fact is, when you think
he lied, and you lied
about how the president got to this decision, circumstances have changed. They have. And a couple of things, and I said this on Monday as well. Republicans said they weren't going.
What changed? Trump won? That's what changed. Trump won. That's what changed. They were expecting to steal it for Kamala. That's what changed. She won't say it, but that's what she's saying, in my opinion. That's the only thing that changed.
In his own voice, I think it takes you through his thinking. And he did. He wrestled with this.
Oh, boo-hoo. Oh my God. Oh.
And again, he said in his statement, in his own voice, that he made that decision this past weekend. And the fact is, when you think about how the president got to this decision, circumstances have changed. They have. And a couple of things, and I said this on Monday as well. Republicans said they weren't going to let up, weren't going to stop. Recently announced Trump appointees for law enforcement have said on the campaign that they were out for retribution, and I think we should believe their words, right? We should believe what they said.
Let's go. That's right. You better believe it. We're going after criminals. You better believe it. That's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. But like I said, like Obama, they are going to spin it and say that it's political persecution. You're already seeing that on CNN. Here is Ozempic face lady again, trying to make that case.
Would they accept a pardon? Because if you don't think he did anything wrong, which they didn't, they might want to not take a pardon. But I will say this, you're talking about an unprecedented
This dude is ugly.
crew of people coming in. Listen, even if they don't indict you, they could investigate you into bankruptcy, torture you with FBI investigations.
Oh, that's not happening to a particular, side in this country.
Ash Patel is evidently going to be our next FBI director. Is that what you want to be dealing with for the rest of your life? President Trump got actually indicted by grand jury.
They tried to bankrupt him. They killed him. Raided his house.
Just another boss girl getting confronted with facts. Oh my God, the eye roll. Oh my God, can't even argue back. Yeah, I just started calling her Ozempic face lady on X, and it kind of stuck. Ozempic face lady strikes again. Ozempic face lady strikes again. Mm-hmm. These people, man. I think we'll... Hold on, I'm trying to see where I am at. Let's go here. Democrat Representative Zoe Lofgren? Lofgren? I don't know. What the hell is this? What is this? This looks like the little clown from Saw. Yeah, this looks like the little... You want to play a game?
You have 50 seconds to hack your own genitals. You have 30 seconds to hack your testicles. Want to play a game? Want to play a game? Your testicles have been entrapped in a bear trap, and you have 30 seconds to name every single gender that exists. And if you do not name all the genders, your testicles will be ripped off by the bear trap. Good luck.
Where do they find these people, dude? Oh, dude, she probably rolls out and what is she, a congresswoman? Probably rolls out in Congress on the little bike. She rolls out on Congress on the little bike.
Wanna play a game? Wanna play a game?
Saw, dude. What a that's an OG movie right there. Are they on like Saw 11 now? That's what it looks like. Watch, I'll pull it up. Hold on, let's see. Tricycle. Let's see. Oh, that's like fan made. Is it? It's Jigsaw.
The biggest benefit, honestly, has been with my skin. Skin was more hype.
Hello. You don't know me, but
It's the same thing.
I want to play a game. There is only one key to open the device. It's in the stomach of your dead cellmate. Better hurry up. Live or die. Make your choice.
It's literally the same thing. Oh my god, dude, where do they find these people? Oh my god, it's literally the same thing, bro.
Want to play a game?
Oh, dude, that is good. Oh, that's good. Look at that, dude. No difference. Term limits, please. Term limits, freaking please. Here, look. I'll put the audio in the background.
Hello. You don't know me, but I know you. I want to play a game. There is only one key to open the device. It's in the stomach of your dead cellmate. Better hurry up. Live or die. Make your choice.
Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny. Oh, that's funny, dude.
Want to play a game?
Yeah, we need term limits, dude. Big time. We need term limits, dude. Big time. Big time. That was funny, man. That's like the first thing that came to my mind when this picture popped up. California Congresswoman Zoe Lofgren has claimed that Donald Trump's proposal to create a Department of Government Efficiency is both unconstitutional and illegal. Unconstitutional and illegal. In an appearance on CNN's Newsroom with Jim Acosta, she or it argued that only Congress has the right to make cuts to the federal government. Like they do it. Let's take a look at this. Look at this dinosaur.
That's something that is coming into your wheelhouse. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy apparently will be up on Capitol Hill talking about their ideas for this thing that they're calling DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, which is a bit of a misnomer because it won't be a part of the federal government, apparently. But Congress controls the purse strings.
Oh, my God, dude.
What are your thoughts on Elon Musk and Ramaswamy deciding or trying to decide what stays and what goes in the federal government?
Ew, look at, she did the denture thing. Ew, look at, she did the denture thing. Oh my God, look at the, The denture cleanse. Look at
controls the purse
look at her
strings.
mouth.
What are your thoughts on Elon Musk
Right
and
here, right here.
Ramaswamy deciding or trying to decide what stays and what goes in the
Right here.
federal government?
Ew.
What's illegal? You know, they haven't asked to meet with me.
You're ugly is illegal. You're ugly is illegal. Oh, gross. Look at that.
Wanna play a game?
But the impoundment of funds that have been appropriated by the Congress is unconstitutional and illegal. There is no such Department of Government Efficiency. It's made up. So good luck to them. I mean, if there's a plan that the President Trump wants to propose to the Congress, he should send it to us. But the Constitution does not permit the President to simply avoid what the Congress has done. That power of the purse is with the legislative branch, not the President.
And I do want to ask you, because of your work on the January 6th committee, after President Biden pardoned his son Hunter, of course, Donald Trump, as you know, responded by linking the action to the January 6th defendants, saying he wants to go along with his proposal of pardoning many of those defendants. What are your thoughts on that? What's your reaction, and what would happen to the country, do you think, if many of these rioters, these attackers who assaulted the Capitol get pardoned?
I thought she fell asleep. I thought she fell asleep on live. Like she fell asleep.
Pardoning many of those defendants. What are your thoughts on that? What's your reaction? And
She
what
pulled a
would
Joe Biden.
happen to
She
the
pulled a Joe Biden in Africa.
country, do you think, if many of these rioters, these attackers who assaulted the Capitol get pardons?
Oh, she woke up.
Well, you know, I didn't approve of President Biden's pardon of his son. But so far as I'm aware, Hunter Biden was not accused of pouring bear spray in the face of officers, attacking them with weapons, causing injury so severe to officers that they had to retire from the department.
Yeah, just cutting really illegal business deals, harnessing the power of his father's office as vice president. Just little things here and there. Like a speeding ticket.
I mean, over 1,000 of the rioters have pled guilty to very serious offenses. These officers were covered in blood, and these defendants pled guilty because they are guilty of very serious assault. And to say that that's okay would be really wrong.
Is there anything
Dude, look at her neck, dude. It like hangs down. Look at it right here. Are you seeing this? That is so disgusting. It's like a turkey neck, dude. Ugh.
Democrats can do about it if he pardons them?
Well, I don't think so. The pardon power is vested with the president in the Constitution. There's not a role
Can you
for
imagine
Congress to play.
Can you imagine what her breaths must smell like? Oh God, dude, disgusting.
But one would hope that people who've pled guilty to serious assault, to felonies, who've been sentenced to prison because of the crimes they committed against law enforcement officers, would not be receiving a pardon from the president. Simply wrong.
And officials in the Biden administration have reportedly been looking at who Trump and his FBI pick, Kash Patel, for FBI director, may go after. And Politico, I'm sure you've seen this, says the president is considering issuing preemptive pardons to people like Dr. Anthony Fauci, your state's new Senator Adam Schiff, one of the people you served with on the January 6th committee, former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney. What did you make of that?
Well, I don't know that President Biden hasn't contacted me,
Yeah.
but certainly in the Constitution, it is provided that members of Congress may not be held to answer at any other place for their legislative work. If there was an effort to pursue either the members of Congress or the staff who were doing legislative work, that would be wrong. Ultimately, it would fail.
Oh, so you guys are just above the law and do whatever the hell you want.
But of course, it could cause a lot of upset, which is probably what Cash would prefer to do. It's unconstitutional, and I don't know if Biden intends to do.
Now, your ugly face, your disgusting dangling turkey neck is unconstitutional.
Pardons or not. I do think that what's being threatened against law enforcement officers, FBI officers who are doing their job is really the more serious matter. People who are doing their work and now are being threatened for doing their job. And they don't have the same constitutional protections that members of the legislative branch have.
All right, Congresswoman Zoe Lofgren, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it.
You bet, anytime.
All right.
Dinosaur, dude. Term limits. Term limits. Ugh, get that dinosaur the hell out, dude. Please. Please. Term limits now. Term limits now. Just another example. Just another example. Well, I'll tell you who needs to be prosecuted. Acting Secret Service Director Ronald Rowe. This guy's a piece of work, dude. All his lies at the J13 hearings and committees. This guy. You guys see this? Acting Secret Service Director freaks out. Literally has a full-blown meltdown. Is like screaming in a hearing on the Hill when accused of endangering lives using 9/11 memorial as photo op. Acting Secret Service Director Ronald Rowe got into a shouting match with GOP Representative Pat Fallon during a congressional hearing for the task force over the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, as Fallon accused Rowe of endangering President Biden's life for a photo op. During the hearing, the GOP lawmaker displayed a photo of Rowe at Ground Zero for a 9/11 memorial service being situated close to President Joe Biden. Fallon pointed out that it appeared as though there was not a protective agent in the photo next to Biden, and asked the acting U.S. Secret Service Director, who is usually at an event like this closest to the President of the United States. And, yeah, this was a freaking meltdown, dude. This guy needs to be investigated and arrested. Hold on, let me get the other version of this clip where you could see Ronald Rowe exploding, dude. This guy's unfit, sounds like a criminal. Sounds like a criminal, just screaming when questioned. People believe they're above the law, dude. Look at this guy.
Congressman, what you're not seeing is the sack of the detail off out of the picture's view. And that is the day where we remember the more than 3,000 people that have died on 9/11. I actually responded to Ground Zero. I was there going through the ashes of the World Trade Center. I was there on Fresco. I'm not asking you that. I'm not asking you. Congressman, are you the president in charge? Show respect. No. For a secret service member that died on 9/11. You're trying to be. Do not invoke 9/11 for political purposes. I'm not. I'm invoking this. You are, sir. And you are out of line. I'm going to ask you a question, please. You are out of line. Order me. Don't tell me. Order. I'm an elected member of Congress, and I'm asking you a serious question. I am a public servant who has served this nation, and you won't time question on our day, on our country's darkest day.
This is the sitting acting director of the Secret Service in the United States. Right here. This dude. Dan Bongino did warn this guy's insane.
And you won't time question on our day, on our country's darkest day.
Just something about this guy, dude. Something about this guy. Look at that. This guy believes he's your overlord, dude. This guy, this is a person that believes they have zero accountability.
Because you put those agents out of position. Listen, you have a radio with you. Fallon, your time has expired.
I did, sir, and you are out of line.
Mr. Chairman.
So the big viral clip didn't capture Ronald Rowe on camera while he was screaming, but to show you guys some context of how it led to that blowout, take a look.
So I got another question. Do you recognize this photo? Yes, sir, I do. Is that the remembrance of September 11th? It was. Is it in New York? Or is that Ground Zero? Who's usually at an event like this closest to the President of the United States? Security was. Sack of the detail. Special agent in charge of the detail. Were you the special agent in charge of the detail that day? Actually, let me address this. Could you please, staff, leave that? Oh no, leave that one up with the circle around. Thank you. Actually, Congressman, what you're not seeing is the sack of the detail off out of the picture's view. And that is the day where we remember more than 3,000 people that have died on 9/11. I actually responded to Ground Zero. I was there going through the ashes of the World Trade Center. I was there at Fresh Kills.
I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you.
Congressman.
Were you the special agent in charge?
To show respect
You were not.
for a Secret Service member that died on 9/11.
That you were trying to be.
Do not invoke 9/11 for political purposes.
Oh, I'm not. I'm invoking this.
You are, sir.
Gentlemen,
And you are out of line.
I would like to ask him a question, please.
You are out of line, Congressman.
Don't try to bully me. I am an elected member of Congress, and I'm asking you a serious question, and you are
I am
playing
a public servant who has served this nation, and
you won't answer
time
the question.
on our day, on our country's darkest day.
Committee will come to order.
Committee will come to order.
I'm asking you serious questions for the American people, and they're very simple. They're not trick questions. Were you the special agent in charge that?
No, I wasn't. I was there representing
Mr.
the
Chairman,
United States Secret Service, sir.
Mr. Fallon, your time's
did not affect protective operations.
You know why you were there? Because you wanted to be visible, because you weren't auditioning for this
I was
job.
there to pay
You're not
respect
gonna
for a
get
fallen
the
member of
January
this
20th.
agency.
You endangered
You are
President
out of
Vice
line,
Floyd,
Congressman.
Vice President
You are out of
Harris's
line.
life because you. You put those agents out of position.
Mr.
Did you have a radio with you?
Mr. Fallon, your time has
Did you have a
expired.
weapon?
I did, sir, and you are out of line.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
please.
Back in order now. We're back in order now.
Thank you.
You hear, Ronald? You're a bully.
Mr. Moskowitz, you are now recognized for 5 minutes.
Yeah, Ronald Rowe. You're a bully. You're a bully. Yeah, you're not allowed to question that guy. Why did you guys remove security detail for a photo op? Do not invoke 9/11. Do not all this fake patriotism. We were there for rising from the ashes. Hey, Mr. Ronald Rowe, can you tell us what happened on 9/11? Who's behind 9/11, sir? Tell us. Do not invoke 9/11. Shut the hell up, dude. Shut the hell up. Shut up. You guy's just a cuck. Straight up. Replace that guy with Dan Bongino ASAP. Replace that guy with Dan Bongino ASAP. ASAP. What? They're doubling down. They're getting ready. They are getting ready. I'm just looking at my tabs, dog. So-called trans 10-year-old. There's no such thing as a trans kid or a trans person. 10-year-old fears being randomly killed in the street due to trans identity. This is, geez, that looks like an inbred. I'm not even joking. That looks like an inbred kid. A 10-year-old boy who identifies as a girl expressed that the child's greatest worry about the public debate over sex changes for minors being killed. The child was told to believe this. The child made the comments on CNN's Lucy Kay on Wednesday while discussing the United States Supreme Court hearing on the validity of a Tennessee statute that bans sex changes for minors. The host asked the child if they had any fears speaking up about so-called trans rights. The 10-year-old responded that he fears being murdered. Of course. Because this is all the fear-mongering and the lies and its results. Mentally ill people, schizophrenic, thinking everyone is out to kill them. That's so crazy. And they're doing this to children. They're doing this to little kids. Hold on. I'm looking for this clip. I don't know why it's not in the article. I have it right here. Here's this 10-year-old boy that has been totally psyoped and manipulated to believe that if the world doesn't accept your mental illness, that you are going to be killed. Perversion.
Concerns have you had about speaking out? That I'm gonna be like murdered. Like one day I'm gonna be walking down the street and somebody's gonna come up and like shoot me or something.
That's a really scary thing to be worrying about at 10 years old.
Yeah, that should not be.
You know what's funny is these woke whites, they just have these little panels. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. At 10 you're worried about walking around getting shot? And then you have like black people that watch this. They're like, yeah, you got like 5-year-olds afraid to walk down the street, you know, in fear of getting robbed by other gangsters in black neighborhoods. And then these woke whites are, that's an inbred, dude. That is an inbred kid, if you ask me. That's my opinion. I don't know. That's how I saw this. I'm like, please.
What about speaking out? That I'm gonna be like murdered. Like one day I'm gonna be walking down the street.
Oh my god. Oh my god, we're all mentally ill.
Somebody's gonna come up and like shoot me or something.
That's a really scary thing to be worrying about at 10 years old.
Yeah, that should not be worry.
Yeah, you know, any 10-year-old can be abducted and kidnapped. It's kind of a thing. Kind of a thing. It happens, you know. Welcome to life. But of course, all of the bars have to be lowered to the mentally ill. We all have to come down here. We all got to come all the way down here for the mentally ill. Oh, but yeah, you're manipulating a 10-year-old and pumping them up with hormones and cutting his penis off, that's definitely not a tragedy. That's definitely not a tragedy. This kid has been manipulated, dude. Sad. Sad. Arrest the parents. Arrest the pervert parents for enabling this. The CNN host, Brianna, also said that children are able to consent to sex changes because they are aware of infertility risks. Right. CNN host Brianna Kellart claimed Wednesday that trans-identified children are capable of fully understanding the potential long-term consequences of sex change procedures. She argued that transgender children understand they were meant to be the opposite sex from a young age, with young boys recognizing they were supposed to be childbearing mothers rather than fathers. Remember what I said? All of this LGBTQ so-called trans stuff, it is all about sexualizing children. All of it. No matter which way you cut this. That's what it comes down to. It involves sex. It involves sexual attraction. These are perverts, okay? They're perverts. It's not just psycho, it's perverted, okay? It's perverted.
People are confused about this issue.
And by the way, there's like literally there is no science to back this
I
up.
think a lot of people are confused about this issue. They don't know where they stand on it. But where is the room for a conversation about this?
I love that we're having one right now in terms of the conversation, and that's what was at issue today. What kid, what girl knows whether she's going to want to have a baby long term, or what testosterone will do to her uterus, or that she will increase her risk of heart attacks by taking these drugs?
Some of them do.
No.
None of them.
No, I don't think
None of them do.
85% what we know from the science, and again, it's about not putting ideology over evidence, and that's what's happening here.
I think a lot of people are confused about this issue. They don't know where they stand on it. But where is the room for a conversation about this?
I love that we're having one right now in terms of the conversation, and that's what was at issue today. What kid, what girl knows whether she's going to want to have a baby long term, or what testosterone will do to her uterus, or that she will increase her risk of heart attacks by taking these drugs?
Some of them do.
No,
none of them.
No. There is no 5-year-old out there thinking about the damaging effects of testosterone or hacking their genitals. No. Hacking their breasts. Okay, there's no 5-year-old out there that's thinking this way. That's called perversion. You want to know what this is all about? I'll tell you. This is all about sexualizing a child. Because if a child is thinking about childbearing at the age of 5, we're talking about kids here. Little kids. Not even teenagers. Kids. Well, if a child could consent and is fully aware of the risks of a sex change, well then what's the next step, guys? Well then a child could consent to having sex with an adult. If a child can consent, understanding the risks of chopping their own genitals off, well then a child can consent to have sex with an adult. That's where this goes. Drew, they're not going to take it that far. Really? Look how far it already is, dude. This is all about sexualizing a child. All of it. That's what LGBTQ is. It's all sexual perverse identity. That's what it is. All of it. Whether they got a MAGA hat on or not. Is sexual perversion. And there is no version of this where it's tolerated and somehow regulated. It's sin. It's perversion. It's an abomination. God's right. Will always be right about this. There's no version of this where it's tolerated by the responsible adults. The responsible homosexuals. And it doesn't target the youth. There's no version of that. It doesn't exist. It never will exist. It never has in human history. You embrace homosexuality, you tolerate sexual perversion. It's evil, it goes after innocence. There's no avoiding it. No avoiding it. And so all of this push to accept the sexual identities of 2-year-olds and 5-year-olds is perversion, okay? They're moving closer and closer to just straight up openly normalizing pedophilia. Why do you think they're all making the case for MAPS and minor attracted persons? And they're all on the same side as the LGBTQ. And you can't say anything, you can't speak out, because the moment you do, well, you're a bigot. You're a horrible and you're an evil person. When they are the horrible and evil people. Yeah, because if children can consent to sex changes, if they're fully conscious and aware of the risks and the danger of sex changes, well, someday these people are going to be running around saying, well, they can consent to having sex with adults. It's their sexual identity. Who are you to tell them who they can or cannot love? Love is love. Love knows no age, right? Yeah, that's where this goes. That's where it's at. It's depravity, degeneracy, evil. It must be rejected at all costs. That's the nature of evil. Attack, steal, kill, destroy. Steal, kill, destroy. Steal, kill, destroy. Steal, kill, destroy. Annihilate innocence. Annihilate innocence. Annihilate innocence. And there is no version of this where it doesn't go after children. It doesn't exist. It never will exist. Well, I have a gay brother that, thinks it's wrong that to push homosexuality on children. Your gay brother's wrong for being a homosexual and is a sexual deviant pervert. Tell your gay brother to repent. That's the problem. We're tolerating this at the adult level, so by default, who are the ones going after the children? It's the adults. You tolerate it at that level, well then of course it's going to go after children. And there is no scenario where that doesn't happen. Where you tolerate this and it doesn't go after kids. How do I know? Because God is love. Because God is right about the issue. All right, we are approaching 4.5 hours, and I want to get to some
Check this out. So, I stopped buying bottled water and started doing this instead. You've probably heard that once a drought hits or a disaster strikes, access to clean water becomes a nightmare. You'll be
Did you know you can use magnets and a simple alternator to produce almost cost-free?
people, America's going to get involved. Now they're going to, launch some air strikes and, acting like America had no involvement, right? Acting like America had no involvement when it comes to the regime change going on in Syria. And we know the ultimate end game is what? It's the greater Israel end game agenda. They want those borders that extend far into Israel, all the way out to Iraq. We guys know. We know what's going on, right? They're all celebrating. Western media is celebrating. Assad has fallen. To Al-Qaeda? So we're supposed to celebrate Al-Qaeda taking over in Syria, right? Al-Qaeda, the same people that Biden and the Biden puppet regime, okay, when we pulled out of Afghanistan, allowed these people to come in and embarrass our nation, make a mockery of the USA, right? They came in, we just handed them all of our equipment. You know, that's a real good question. How much of our equipment from the Afghanistan withdrawal was used in the Syria regime change from Al-Qaeda? And we're all supposed to celebrate this? And ISIS? You know, we know Hezbollah, ISIS, these are all creations of the Mossad and the CIA. I mean, we know this, right? This is basic information at this point. It's like, oh, hey, well, yeah, we're supposed to celebrate that Al-Qaeda is taking over in Syria. It's freaking great, guys. It's freaking great. And the CIA and the Mossad are definitely not involved. I mean, when you know the West is celebrating, you got Benjamin Netanyahu sitting there on camera, just, the guy's like, just completely just glowing, talking about creating a buffer zone in the Golan Heights. We're taking land in Syria. Of course they are. Okay, of course they are. Iraq is next. All of the biblical borders that these people believe that they are entitled to obtain via genocide. What's going on here? That's what's going on here. And so, you know, we see this, we know this, but it's pretty wild, honestly. It really is. You know, it is this. I wanted to comment on that. We're going to cover all of this, guys. I mean, we got a lot. All right. Daniel Penny acquitted. Let's freaking go. Hero. Daniel Penny acquitted. I can't wait to meet him. I'm sure I'll meet him somewhere down the line. That made me really happy today. That made me really happy. Was praying for him and his family. We talked about this on Friday, right? We talked about this on Friday. He's a free man. But BLM instantaneously, I was watching the press conference immediately after he was acquitted, and the BLM psychopaths, the BLM leaders in New York City, greater New York, immediately calling for, I posted it on X, and it went viral instantly. It was like 1 million views in an hour. Yeah, you got to go follow me, x.com/DrewHLive. It went viral like that. When I saw it, I was watching it live. Oh, I got to clip that, get that up. The world needs to see it. Got an eye for this stuff. And they're calling for black vigilantes. They're calling for a retaliation. Basically an eye for an eye. Oh, we'll play the clip later. I mean, it's BLM, right? These communist psychopaths. Black supremacists that hate white people. And he's basically saying that if they want to choke us and they want to kill us because we're loud, well, then we should just return the favor. And of course, BLM is going to say that. But I'm not quite too sure if they're going to riot. It's quite literally, I mean, is it winter? Is it officially winter? New York's free, regardless. New York is freezing right now, okay? And I grew up in California, and I thought I knew what cold was until I went to New York during the winter. And I realized quickly what cold means. in America. And so I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Will they riot when it's like, I don't know, below 30, maybe? Maybe. But we'll see. I mean, regardless, they're calling for violence, in my opinion. That's what it sounded like to me, and with my interpretation. And so because BLM, right? Because woke, violent blacks, whenever they don't get what they want, they just scream racist, and then they just get violent, right? And then when you say that, they scream racist. Whenever you say, yeah, you woke black people, when you don't get what you want, you call everybody a racist, and then you get violent. You literally say that, and they call you a racist, and they get violent. It's just, it's these people. It's who these people are, right? They just do it, right? They just confirm the stereotypes But we'll cover all of this. It's a lot. And I also wanted to react. Trump did an interview, or it was released over the weekend on Meet the Press, NBC, and he just, dude, Trump being Trump. It's one of the first real long-form interviews with Trump, and a lot of touchy subjects came up, and he held his ground, as always. Good to see, standing with his cabinet picks or his nominees. And so we will be airing that tonight, and I wanted to react to it with you guys. I saw a couple clips, but I like to watch the full thing with you guys. You know what I mean? It's what I do. So we're going to cover all of this, guys. And listen, I'm going to be completely honest. When it comes to this, what is it, the United CEO healthcare murder, and this guy Luigi that they found, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I have no idea what is happening. I don't know. I don't know if this is like a government op. I don't know. I mean, there's so many different alternative theories floating around the internet right now. It's a government op. This guy wanted revenge because the insurance companies do take advantage of people. Like, they literally scam people. And that's why there's all these people all over TikTok. They're like, dude, this guy, it's very similar to like Ted Bundy, dude. They think he's hot. They think he's sexy. They love him. He's already got a cult following on the internet. It's what? But they, I mean, it's almost like this, and I don't know if this is like authentically what it is. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I don't know what this is. Is it a distraction to distract us from these regime changes going on in Syria? Is it a distraction to distract us from the Daniel Penny situation? I don't know. All I know is that it just seems weird to me. There's something off about it. I don't know what it is. I don't believe what the mainstream media tells me. I don't believe, what the NYPD is going to say. I don't believe the feds and their investigation. All I'm going to say is I don't know what this is. We'll talk about it. We'll cover it. There's a lot. We'll do a deep dive into it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's just weird. The whole thing is, I don't know. I really don't know. I suppose we'll find out. But I mean, he's become a huge celebrity, obviously, and he's got a massive cult following already. Even a bunch of gays. A lot of homosexuals are in love with this guy. It's weird, dude. The whole thing is weird as hell. But from the perspective of insurance, and I'm not justifying murder, I'm just saying I can see how like a supervillain can be created in these times. I'm seeing a lot of theories that, well, this guy is pretty much just, speaking up for everybody else that have been taken advantage by these insurance companies. That's why he's being praised all over the internet. That's what I'm seeing all over social media. All these people love this guy. They're like, I've been screwed by insurance companies. They're saying that, I wasn't told that my procedure or my doctor or the doctors or the medication they used on me wasn't in network, and then I got a bill for like $20,000 and I was stuck with it, and the insurance companies just said, sorry. And a lot of people are saying, well, maybe he's just like a Joker figure, a lot of people are pissed. I'm not saying that's what I think this is. I'm just saying this is what is viral right now, and I don't know what the hell this is. I could see that. I'm not justifying murder, but I could see how someone got to that point. If that's the case, I don't know. He has a manifesto. They brought him before the judge. I think they found like $6,000 on him, and he's denying. He's saying that was planted on him. Weird stuff, dude. This thing, it's just a weird situation. We know more about this guy than we do Thomas Crooks. So you take that for what it is, man. I don't know. That's all. We're gonna dive into this, man, because this is just one of those weird situations, and post Sandy Hook, you gotta be real careful of what you say. And I don't know. I'm just seeing the internet is falling in love with this guy. All over TikTok, they're hailing him a hero. Because a lot of people are like, well, I've been screwed by insurance companies, and they screwed me, they screwed my family. We got stuck with like a $20K bill, and they told us sorry without telling us. And they're saying, well, yeah, I mean, we could see why someone finally decided to kill one of these guys. I'm not saying I'm justifying that. That's what I'm seeing all over social media. And I'm like, well, if that's the case, I could see how one got to that point. Literally like a supervillain arc, right? But then again, is this some kind of government op? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, but anyways, you know, we're gonna get into it. It's a lot, guys. This is a 4.5 hour long show. 4.5 hour long show. So we're gonna cover all of this. Okay, we're gonna cover all of this. And we'll get into some of the serious stuff because that is just wild. You know? Pray for the Christians in Syria because their lives are in the balance for sure. And obviously a lot of them are going to get executed. You know, Al-Qaeda is not going to be tolerant to any of that, period. That's why it's insane to see Western media celebrating the fall of Assad. I don't support Assad. I don't, you know, I'm like what Trump said the other day, and I think J.D. Vance reiterated it. He's like, America just needs to stay out of the Middle East. Let them handle their own crap, right? That's me. But pray for the Christians, because it's wild to hear Western media celebrating the fall of Assad when that means the slaughtering of our Christian brothers and sisters. And then Israel loves it because they get to build out their greater Israel. Right now they call it a buffer zone, but it's not a buffer zone, okay? It's a land grab. They're doing it. It's the same thing they did in Gaza. It's the same thing, all right? They believe they're entitled, God's chosen people, they believe they're entitled to the biblical historic borders. Now, what does that mean? Is what one has to ask themselves that. Do I believe at the return of Jesus Christ, his second coming, that he will establish his reign, his rule, headquarters in Jerusalem, in the New Jerusalem, right, in the millennial reign into the future? Absolutely. But do I believe that the people today of Israel that hate Jesus Christ, that are in opposition towards Jesus Christ, that are not Christians, believe that they're entitled to this so-called promise, entitled to this so-called promise without God, without Jesus, and are willing to execute innocent people in order to achieve it? Do I believe that that's the righteous execution of this entire situation? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, the real question here theologically that I would pose as, you know, I'm a Bible teacher. I was a youth pastor for 6 years before the Lord, you know, redirected me into full-time media, preaching the word, preaching the gospel. This is what I do, right? The real theological question I would pose is it possible to attempt to achieve God's promise or God's will in your own way and fail and be disobedient to God in the process? I would say the answer to that question is yes. Is yes. Is yes. I think we've seen this throughout the Bible where God has issued promises, and they all did not end up coming to fruition until God decided it was time. And people take matters into their own hands, and they try to do it in their own strength, their own wisdom, their own ability. And therefore, the builders of the house, they build in vain, right? And so I kind of view this whole situation the same way, right? And I think a lot of, you know, the self-proclaimed Christian Zionists, like they're just like in a cult. They don't even think about it. Like, they honestly don't even think about this, which is crazy, which is absolutely wild. I mean, you know, nowhere in the Bible does God tell you to disengage your brain. Nowhere. Nowhere. Does the Bible tell you to lean not on your own understanding? Absolutely. Does that mean you just turn your brain off and you don't think? No, it means you seek God for wisdom and understanding in the path. What does that mean? You're still using your brain to think things through and question things. Like Abraham and Sarah, correctly, right? The promise was fulfilled later in life, according to God's will. And so I view this situation the same way. Like, biblically, when I take a look at the Bible and I take a look at what's happening, and I see, like, all of Western media just celebrating this so-called win, right, for democracy in Syria. Israel gets what it wants. America will get what it wants. Definitely, this is not a CIA op. While Christians in the middle get slaughtered. Yeah, I'm not going to celebrate that. I'm not going to celebrate that. But, so yeah, we're going to talk about all this tonight, you know, because this is going down. It's huge. And my position is always, I'm a Christ supremacist. I am gladfully, willfully ready to be canceled. Okay? For the Lord Jesus Christ. I count that as an honor. I'm not afraid of that. Okay? So, at the same time, you know, I'm America first. So, my policy is let the Middle East handle its crap. We got our country to handle right now. Period. Keep us out of it. I'm tired of paying for it. Pray for the Christians out there, but I'm not going to sit here and celebrate something as if it's good when innocent people are going to get murdered in the process, and I'm supposed to celebrate Al-Qaeda taking over? Doesn't that sound crazy, dude? Like, yes, it's a great thing. Assad has fallen. Al-Qaeda has taken over. Yeah! Yeah! W! The same people that embarrassed us with the Afghanistan withdrawal, did they use that same equipment? Whose equipment is it? Whose money is it? Who's behind this whole thing? Definitely not the CIA. Definitely not the Pentagon. Definitely not the Mossad. No. You want to know who's all involved? It's the people that are celebrating immediately. I don't know. To me, that's wild. Like, I just... Say what you want, dude. You're not going to get me to celebrate Al-Qaeda taking over, okay? Okay, you know, is it even actually Al-Qaeda? You know what I mean? Like, who is it really? You know, let's take the mask off. But, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm America first. Let's stop paying for it. Let's stop dying for it. Let's stop getting involved. And let's focus on our country. Let's focus on our country. And so, we're going to talk about all of this, guys. So if you're tuning in for the very first time, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification, copy the link, share this everywhere. Please smash that like button. Get this intel out absolutely everywhere you possibly can. You guys know what time it is. But and a quick announcement. I don't think I'll be live tomorrow. I think I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna be heading to Las Vegas tomorrow. I don't really do a lot of interviews anymore because I just kind of do my own thing. Because I just don't like being put in situations where I can't say what I actually want to say. I just hate that. I don't do that anymore, you know? I got my own show. We're succeeding. We just do our own thing, right? But very few platforms I will go on because I just refuse. I refuse to put myself in a situation where, you know, I have to water it down. You know what I mean? But tomorrow I'll be in Vegas, taping a podcast with the Hodge twins. And the Hodge twins have been going hard lately, dude. And that's kind of one of the only reasons I was like, I'll come on for show. You know, I was, they asked me to come on, I think maybe like 2 months ago, something like that. And I think it was during like the debate week or something like that. I just couldn't do it, you know? So I will be heading out there tomorrow. So I don't think I'll be live tomorrow night. I'll be back on Wednesday. And I think they post their shows on Fridays, I think. I don't know. I'll find out tomorrow. And I'll give you guys all the details. I'm looking forward to it because I'm a huge fan. I've worked with pretty much everybody so far except the Hodge twins. So I'm excited. Actually, a cool fun fact. I don't even think they know this. Maybe I'll tell this to them tomorrow. But a cool fun fact about Drew Hernandez, which involves them, is when I first started covering the 2020 riots, because that's like pretty much, I would say, a hallmark of my career, the 2020 riots, and then, you know, the Rittenhouse trial and all that. I don't know if you ever be able to top that for me, like personally, but when I first started covering the 2020 riots, this was before, I mean, I would do Man on the Street here and there. I would do, you know, IG Lives. I had a bit of a following, maybe like 30,000 followers or something like that. 30, 20,000, somewhere. And when 2020 hit, that's when I went and covered my first riot. This was in Santa Monica, I believe. I think so. Yeah, I think it was Santa Monica. And so this was before I was popping on X or Twitter, right? This was before all of that. All I had was like Instagram and some live streams. And I really hadn't gone super like newsworthy viral like that, you know? And I covered the riot in Santa Monica, and some of the craziest footage of my entire career. Honestly, some of that Santa Monica footage was wilder than some of the Kenosha. I mean, I don't know, man. It was all crazy, but you know, it never went as viral as I did, you know, after I went to Chaz and then went to Portland, and that's when I started blowing up on X or Twitter. But this was one of the first ones I covered, and I posted it on Instagram, and it got some traction, right? Because my followers, I had like 30,000 followers. It got some traction, and then the Hodge twins. I don't know how this happened. And then the Hodge twins took my video. They reposted. I don't know if it was them or whoever is managing their social media at the time. The Hodge twins took, it was a viral video, dude, of I was inside of like a 7-Eleven in like a liquor store, and they were rioting. Like, it was crazy. It was one of the craziest, like, pieces of footage I've ever recorded. Like, I was inside the 7, they were just rioting, stripping everything off. I was just sitting there recording the whole thing. And, yeah, the Hodge twins took my clip. They reposted it on their IG, and I'm not even lying. They reposted it on their IG. They tagged me in it, And I literally got like over 100,000 followers from that post. Yeah. So, thank you, Hodge twins. Back in like, you know, that was like June of 2020. Yeah, July of 2020. And I've been a fan of the Hodge twins for a while, even before they got political. So anyways, I'm gonna shut up. Just some Drew Hernandez lore there. Maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow with them. So yeah, I'll be doing that tomorrow, just to let you guys know if you don't see me in one minute. I'll be back next week. But that was based. I mean, yeah, I literally, they posted that, and it was like 100,000 followers in like less than a week. It's crazy. That really like blew up my Instagram at the time. Blew it up. I was like, what? I wonder if I still have the DMs. Maybe. Who knows? But, all right. Well, let's get into this. We're going to start with the Daniel Penny situation. Let's go. Daniel Penny acquitted. Jury finds Marine not guilty in Jordan Neely subway death case. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Hero Daniel Penny acquitted. He is a free man tonight. As he should be. He is a hero and not a coward. In case you have not been paying attention, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a background. Daniel Penny was found not guilty of criminally negligent homicide in the death of Jordan Neely, who was a criminal and a retard, and literally, before he died, was threatening people on a subway train, said that he did not care whether he lived or died. Okay? This is not only a case of F around and find out. This is a case of, well, I guess my body, his choice. I guess. He wanted to die. He didn't care. He wanted to die. The jury reached this verdict after more than 24 hours of deliberation across 5 days. We covered this on Friday. They tried to one charge, and then they extended it to today, and hopefully we're trying, in hope, to get a conviction. Many have pleaded not guilty to charges of second-degree manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide, following an altercation in which he placed Neely in a chokehold. Stupid guy. The trial of Daniel Penny, a former Marine, centered around the events on May 1st, 2023, when unhinged Jordan Neely boarded an F train, displaying erratic behavior, including shouting threats to passengers. Literally. Claiming he didn't care whether he lived or died. Was definitely a threat to the community. Penny placed Neely in a chokehold, a technique he had learned during his military service. He's a veteran, by the way. For several minutes, after which Neely stopped moving and was later pronounced dead. Threat neutralized. The incident was captured on video and widely circulated, prompting public outcry and debate. Neely has been arrested 42 times over the last decade. His most recent arrest was in November 2021 for assaulting a 67-year-old woman. What a productive member of society. He had pled guilty to attempted kidnapping in 2015 for dragging a 7-year-old girl down a street. At the time of his death, Wow. Wow. What a poor soul. Oh, not the 67-year-old lady. No. No, Jordan Neely. Jordan Neely. He deserved to be alive. He deserved to be cared for. Have you seen Democrats all day today with their puckery? Even Jasmine Crockett, that stupid woke black retard. Jordan Neely deserved to be taken care of. He was slaughtered, y'all. Shut up. What was grandma? The senior citizen suffered a broken nose and fractured orbital bone when she was knocked to the sidewalk, along with swelling and substantial head pain after hitting the ground. Neely eventually pleaded the felony assault and received 15 months in an alternative to incarceration program that, if completed, would have allowed him to plead to misdemeanor assault and get a conditional discharge. But a warrant was issued for his arrest on February 23rd when he skipped a court compliance court date, where a judge was to be updated on whether he was meeting all the requirements of the program. It doesn't stop there. On June 27th, 2019, Jordan Neely, Michael Jackson impersonator, by the way, was arrested for punching a 64-year-old man in the face during a fight in a Greenwich Village subway station, cops said. So clearly this guy is a threat not only to society, but elderly society in the context of the subway stations. And violent criminals tend to what? Get more violent and escalate as time goes on. And he was busted in August 2015 for attempted kidnapping after he was seen dragging a 7-year-old down an Inwood street. He pled guilty to endangering the welfare of a child and was sentenced to 4 months in jail. You want to know what happens to criminals? Do you want to know what happens to criminals? Eventually, you meet your end. Eventually, you end up in a situation where you are opposed by someone that is not going to tolerate your criminality any longer. You think you can beat up on elderly people, not just elderly men, elderly women. You think that you can beat up and attempt to kidnap 7-year-old girls, little girls, and drag them against their will down the street. And you think that you're going to continue on in this behavior and not run into Daniel Penny one day? GatewayPundit.com. The Gateway Pundit also reported that journalist Andy No dug up a post on the internet forum Reddit 9 years ago, which appears to be from a person who knew of Neely and warned people to avoid him. The post read, "Used to be all cool dancing to Michael Jackson in the subway train, but as of late, he's become a maniac. Sometimes in late spring, early summer, I saw him in the train. His radio effed up and he was angry as F, cursing and bad-mouthing commuters, screaming, 'What the F are you looking at? Don't effing look at me.' Ever since that day, he's just been a scary dude to me." So as I said, with that type of criminality and this type of mentality and this type of lifestyle, you are bound to run into a wall. Yeah. You are bound to run into a wall. And that wall was Daniel Penny. And that wall was Daniel Penny, Chad. That wall was Daniel Penny. Penny, excuse me. That is just a little bit of his rap sheet. So beating the elderly and kidnapping 7-year-old little girls. Definitely a threat to society. Going after the most vulnerable. Don't let the vulnerable. Go after the weak. Go after the defenseless. The elderly and the little children. Jordan Neely just needed help. He just needed help. He needed our love. He needed his family to be there for him. So he needed to be dealt with because he was threatening innocent people. Daniel Penny stepped in and did what needed to be done while he was threatening innocent people so that he could not hurt or kill innocent people. Yes. Initially, the jury was tasked with considering both charges of manslaughter and criminal negligent homicide. However, the second-degree manslaughter charge was dismissed by Judge Maxwell Wiley after the jury declared a deadlock. This was on Friday, remember? Indicating they could not reach a unanimous decision on it. And at approximately 3:30 p.m. last Friday, the assistant direct attorney moved to dismiss the manslaughter charge in an attempt to secure a conviction. Obviously, that was approved and so they were dismissed to continue deliberating today for the lesser charge. And as of today, as they deliberated very quickly, actually, I mean, while the deliberation was going on, you had protesters threatening chants outside the courtroom, which could be heard inside the courtroom. And the defense team actually called for a mistrial before the deliberations could conclude. However, the jury came to the decision not guilty on all counts for Daniel Penny. So obviously, this is well-deserved. He's a hero, and the mainstream media took to the defense of Jordan Neely. I mean, just look at the AP. Look at some of these headlines. Daniel Penny, the veteran who used a chokehold on subway rider Jordan Neely, has been acquitted in Neely's death. The guy yapping in the subway, threatening people, claiming he doesn't care whether he lives or dies. That was an obvious threat to everybody around him. He was just simply a subway rider. These people act like this black guy got on the subway, okay? They act like it's literally the scene from Joker, okay? They act like it's literally these black people, okay? These woke black people the white guys are picking on some other person. Was it a minority or some women? I don't remember. The white guys, the white business capitalists are picking on some poor person, and he starts laughing in the corner. Like I say, hey, you think this is fun, freak? Huh? You think this is fun, huh, freak? And then out of nowhere, they just start beating him because, you know, they don't like him. And these old blacks, they act like that is literally the same situation. That, oh, Jordan Neely got on the subway, Daniel Penny's white, he didn't like it, therefore he put him in a chokehold and decided to kill him because he's black. Right? Like, no. That's not what's happening. But that's how the mainstream media portrays it. It's the same thing they did with George Floyd. It's the same thing they did. No details. With George Floyd, all they gave you was like an 8-minute and 46-second clip. No context before that. They didn't release that till like a year later. So after all of the damage and the aftermath of the riots, and then all the info came out, oh, actually he died because of drug overdose. Actually, he was resisting arrest for a long time before he got to Derek Chauvin's knee on his back. Okay? Oh, and actually, in the body cam footage with George Floyd, he, while he's resisting, actually, if requested, he asked the police to put him on the ground. He didn't want to be in the sludge. He was resisting arrest. They put him on the ground. He asked him. These black people asked for this. They asked for it. George Floyd asked to be put on the ground because he was resisting arrest. And yet all the woke blacks turn around and say he was executed. They threw him on the ground like American History X. Bite the curb, Ringo. Bite the curb. What? And then you look at the body cam footage and George Floyd literally asked the police, please put me on the floor, put me on the floor, put me on the ground, put me on the ground, put me on the ground. Resisting arrest the whole time. Those police officers couldn't have been more patient. Honestly, you watch the full body cam of the George Floyd incident, you're like, man, this guy, come on. And then Jordan Neely, he clearly had a death wish, in my opinion. I don't care whether I live or die. I don't care whether I live or die. Okay, this guy wants to die. He's fighting people. In my opinion, it's the equivalent to suicide by cop. That's what it looks like and sounds like to me. And they act like Daniel Penny just boarded the subway, saw a black person, and didn't like him and decided to put him in a chokehold and murder him. And then all these woke blacks are all over social media. They're all over the media, and that's like literally the narrative. It's like, come on. That's not happening. Okay? That's not happening. Like the KKK is running around lynching blacks. You know what I mean? Black people are afraid to, you know, walk around because the KKK is going to come and abduct them and hang them, lynch them, castrate them, hang them from a tree. It's just so crazy. We'll get into the BLM leaders in New York, and it's just so wild. They're all, you know what? I actually want to watch the full clip. We'll watch the full clip because they're just yapping there, crying racism, white people this, white people that, not talking about what led to Jordan Neely's demise, no self-accountability here. It's always blame white people. I'm the victim, and we being hunted out here, y'all. No, you're not. No, you're not. You know, and I've seen this too. No, you're not. I'll never forget. I'll never forget, man. It was during the Derek Chauvin trial. I was in Minneapolis for like, I think that lasted for like 4 or 5 days. I can't remember. I was on the ground and we were all waiting. I was interviewing some of the BLM psychos. And I'll never forget. I don't know if I have it on tape. I might. Did I record that? I'll never forget it, dude. I'm just like, jeez. Let's see. Derek Chauvin trial. I might have to find this thing. I think I posted it a long time ago. I will never forget it. I'll never forget it when I'm on But also, it's like this revenge against white people. And they feel justified for it. They feel justified in their hate. They feel justified in their resentment. They feel justified. They'll just call it justice, right? Because they feel justified. When it's revenge, it's retaliation. And it doesn't matter if your skin is white, then you must pay. Literally pay. Pay them reparation. You know, it's just like, why should I care about any of this? And they got like Sunny Hostin on The View. She found out she's a descendant of slave owners. I think Kamala Harris is a descendant of slave owners. Is it like Donald Trump, the only U.S. president that is not a descendant of slave owners in like the last, I can't remember the statistic. Somebody look it up. But that's all they care about. That is all they care about. And it's wrong. It's inconsistent. Not just hypocritical, it's intellectually inconsistent. Why? Because that's not what this is about. It's not about equality, making sure that our voices are heard. We're all equally treated. They want supremacy, they want to dominate. That's what they want. And that's why they grift in situations like this, because they have a platform. And they wonder why they are stereotyped, because they create the stereotype based off of their behavior and their rhetoric, and they just call anybody a racist that calls them out. Because they have zero accountability. And that's what it comes down to. And it bothers me. It's okay to be white. It's not wrong, nor is it evil to be white. But they run with this ideology. They run with this doctrine of demons and this belief. Why? Because it's their justification to get revenge on the whites because they were slaves. Even though other black people sold other black people into slavery. And every time you bring that up, they'll gaslight you and say, oh, well, actually, that's not true. That's a lie from the white man. And then they claim they built the pyramids, and then they claim they created the universe, and they claim, you know, in the beginning, you know, was black people. Black people said, let there be light. It's just stupid. It's a supremacy mentality. It's a supremacy mentality. And they literally have activists on the streets right now in New York. It's freezing cold out there. But we'll get to that. But before we do, Daniel Penny obviously celebrated as a result. Watch Daniel Penny celebrate not guilty verdict with his lawyers in New York City, as he should be. Penny, a former Marine, had pled not guilty to charges of second-degree manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide following the altercation in which he placed Jordan Lane in a chokehold. Excuse me, he died. He was a violent threat. He was a violent threat. Daniel Penny and his
and cardiac issues, not to mention the paranoid schizophrenia, which only added to that impact. So I'm just glad that the jury was able to truly evaluate that as a potential cause of death, and that Danny was justified in the actions that he took.
Of course, he's defending innocent people. Daniel Penny sent him packing. Packed that boy's bags and sent him off into outer space. I hope that this dude sues the absolute daylights out of New York City, Alvin Bragg and all of these criminals, dude, that try to destroy this guy's life. It very much reminds me of the Rittenhouse trial. One of the most craziest experiences of my life. Testifying in that dude's trial, presenting all my video footage. I don't think I'll ever top that in my career. That was just, I mean, that was all God, dude. It really was. But this reminds me of that day. I remember how it felt. I remember how it felt. And I can assure you everybody involved is receiving severe death threats. Because after I testified in the Rittenhouse trial, to this day, I get severe death threats. But after that day, it was like a flood, I'm not even exaggerating, flood on social media, DMs, emails, people looking for my family all over social media. They still to this day. Part of the reason why I really can't go out and cover like these kind of protests anymore like I used to, because once you get to that level, like, it's not that you're going to get beat up, it's that you're going to get shot in the head. You're going to get shot in the back of the head. But yeah, and then after Kyle was acquitted, after Kyle was acquitted, I even more death. You effing white supremacist, you freed the white supremacist. They blamed me. It was crazy because after the Rittenhouse trial, after I testified, I got like so much love. You know, to this day, I will never say that my testimony freed Kyle Rittenhouse. If other people want to say it, they can say it. And a lot of people believe it. Which is fine. At the end of the day, it was God. Okay. But no, I remember it was millions of people. You know, thank you. You did the right thing. We love you. Kyle needed you. Da, 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 da. But then the other side, right? Like everybody blamed me. That's the point. Whether they were happy about it or whether they hated me and wanted to kill me, dude, they all blamed me because I had some of the most vindicating testimony. But yeah, that's why I really can't be caught in some of those environments. You know, and then some of the gun laws in some of the blue states where these people occupy, that gets tricky as well, you know. So I remember having a real long conversation with Tim Pool about this one day. I think it was after Andy Ngo got caught in Portland. I think it was like what, 2021, I think, or 2022. And yeah, this was after all, and I was telling him about all the death threats. He's like, dude, you're not going to be able to do this forever. What do you mean? He's like, you'll get to the point where you're too recognizable, and if they do get a hold of you, you're not going to get beat up, dude. You're going to get shot in the head. You're going to get killed. When I started to notice that Tim was right. That's why we kind of moved into doing like a full-time show, and because I get messages to this day, why don't you go out there and cover Antifa and this? It's because these people want to kill me and my family. Okay, you kind of get to that point where you're like, all right, I gotta be real wise about this because I've had some pretty close calls, and at one point I was like really pushing it. I was really pushing it. Tim was right. He was absolutely correct. Absolutely correct about that. In terms of where you end up in your career, right? Because it started happening big time. It started happening. These people, I mean, they were always looking for me, but it just got to the point where it was way too risky. Way too risky. It went from they're looking for me, like in Portland or New York or wherever I was. It went from they're looking for me so they can jump me to they're looking for me so they could literally kill me. Like, and I'm not even exaggerating. Not exaggerating. So, you know, when you're talking with your family and you're like, okay, let's see where we can go next. But you're in their territory, right? You're in their territory. But anyways, so here we are. But no, I today really reminded me of all that. And I'm watching social media and I'm seeing all these people calling literally, you know, you got BLM leaders calling for violence and retaliation. You got all these woke black people all over social media calling for violence and retaliation. They clearly want Daniel Penny's head on a freaking platter, dude. Right? And I don't know. Just today I had those feelings again. It's been a while since I felt that. And if you were a part of that trial or anything like that, you know what I'm talking about. But let me show you what I mean. Let me show you what I mean. So I was watching this live today, and yeah, I was everywhere, dude. I was in Chaz. I was literally there for 4 days, dude. Undercover, I was there. I was in Portland, I don't know how many times. Undercover with Antifa, hanging out with them, getting in their cars. You guys, people don't even know the half of it, dude. My mom doesn't even know the half of it. I'd probably get in a lot of trouble if I told her the real dangerous things I did to get the footage. Yeah, Portland, New York. I was in Chaz. Beverly Hills riots. Where else? Santa Monica riots. Yeah. Kenosha was the big one for me. That was the biggest story of my life. But Chaz was nuts. Chaz was nuts. Yeah, everybody was nuts. Everybody was nuts. It was me, Elijah Schaefer, Richie McGinnis. I think Jorge Ventura. I think Shelby Talcott was in there. Jack Posobiec, Kevin Posobiec. That was when I first met Jack. First time ever meeting Jack was in Chaz. It was so funny, dude. It was like, it's just the way he was undercover. Like, he would stick out of the sword phone with people. He's so tall. But dude, Jack has always had my back ever since that day. Jack, his brother Kevin, everybody was there. Andy No was there. I'm sure there was more. That was wild. Chaz was wild. Chaz was wild. Yeah. That was crazy. Dude, some of that Chaz footage is some of the craziest footage ever. Now I'm thinking about it. Dude, do I have that joke? 1 year ago. Try Daniel Penny. Daniel Penny. It's just so wild to see people try to defend this dude, honestly. Like, come on, man. Come on. Yeah, see, they only have the ones up without the BLM leaders. It might be on X. That's true. Let's see. Let's try X. Jordan Neely. Oh. Jordan Neely. It's okay. I have the clips. It's fine. I have the clips. I just wanted to see the full one with you guys. No, the full press conference. The full press. It's like a it should be like a 30-minute. I think YouTube took it down, dude. You'll see why. Give me a second. You're gonna see exactly why. Yeah, it looks like they took it down. Looks like they took it down. But okay, let me show you exactly why. So I just retweeted it. So here was the BLM leader himself. Oh, really? Tired of what, bro? Imagine preaching you're oppressed and you're like 150 pounds overweight, bro. Like, you ain't oppressed, bro. Okay? You are at least 150 pounds overweight. You're not oppressed. All these fat blacks, they're all claiming to be oppressed. But this is quite literally how and why they're attempting to fan the flames of a race war. And what he's basically saying is he's calling for an eye for an eye. That's what he's calling for here. Let's listen again. Yeah, you're being choked and killed because you're loud. Yeah, because you're black. That's what's happening, right? This is what I was telling people. Like, they're literally running up and down the media acting like they just got lynched. Okay, by the KKK. Like we're in the 1800s. Okay? I'm not even exaggerating. It's like, okay, dude, you want an eye for an eye. That's what he's saying. How about we do the same when they attempt to oppress us? Now, on the surface level, someone might say, oh, well, it's just self-defense. Really? Because they get to define what oppressed means. They get to define who oppresses them, right? That's what the woke blacks do. You look at a black person wrong, they're oppressed. Okay? You're white and you're born, they're oppressed. Clearly, this is, in my opinion, this is some kind of threat to retaliate against anybody that they claim is a threat that's attempting to oppress them. Their whole reality is oppression. Their whole reality is living oppressed by the white man, no matter what they do. Even though this guy is fat, overweight, clearly not oppressed. Have you seen your slave ancestors, bro? They're not 150 pounds overweight. You want to see some real oppression? You want to see some real slavery? You want to see some people that are really living desolate and without? Well, I'll tell you this. It ain't you, my brother. You look nice and fat and happy, bro. You look nice and fat and happy. with your designer jacket on, with your New York Yankees hat on. You got yourself a little gold chain crucifix. Who knows how much your kicks cost, brother? Brother? My brother? Hey, tired from what? You're lazy. You don't do anything. You're fat. You're overweight. Maybe you're tired from just, walking around, huffing and puffing. You want war, don't you? Any excuse to what? What did I tell you guys? When it comes to these BLM retards, what is it that they want? They want to attack white people. Any excuse to attack white people. An eye for an eye. I wanted to play the full press conference because, dude, they were going off. It was totally anti-white, especially these two and his fat black girlfriend in the background. He was just huffing and puffing. Huffing and puffing, blaming white people for all of their problems. Blaming white people. Even the father of dangerous maniac Jordan Neely blasts rigged system after Daniel Penny's not guilty verdict. Andre Zachary, the father of Jordan Neely, the unhinged maniac whose violent outbursts on a New York subway ended in tragedy, held a fiery press conference outside the Manhattan courthouse. And his words on his son were absolutely retarded. Like, maybe you should have taken care of your son. Maybe you should have raised your son better, not just blame white people.
I just want to say, I miss my son. My son didn't have to go through this. I didn't have to go through this either. It hurts. Really, really hurts. What are we going to do, people? What's going to happen to us now?
How about actually raise your black sons? How about that? Maybe that's a start.
I had enough of this. The system is rigged.
Yeah, okay, it's rigged, right? It's rigged. How about start raising your sons to behave and not be psychopaths, beating on the elderly in the subways and kidnapping 7-year-old little girls? How about starting there, brother?
I had enough of this. The system is rigged.
Oh yeah, it's rigged. It's all rigged. It's all rigged against us. Look at all these black people acting like they slaves with their designer clothing. Look at this. Look at this. Designer t-shirt, designer hat, designer suit. Oh my God, dude. These are some of the most wealthy, well-dressed slaves I've ever seen in my life.
Come on, people. Let's do something about this.
Let's do something about it. Too often, we have Eric Garner's mother here.
Oh, please. Oh, please.
There's too often this is happening.
Oh, please. Too often. What the hell are you talking about? These people act like it happens every single day. Like a white person is just hunting down a black person every day it's happening. You want to know what's happening too often is young black men killing each other, murdering each other, literally genociding their own people. You want to have a conversation about that? Of course they don't. Why? Because this is all about attacking white people. That's it. And if it doesn't fit in that narrative, well, then they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to have a conversation about it. And they never will. And they never will. Oh, dude, this guy's dad was called out like on social media. Brutal, dude. Brutal. Jordan Neely's parents sued Daniel Penny over death of their son. Never mind. They abandoned him when he posed a danger to them and forced him to live out on the street for years instead of having him institutionalized. Facts. Facts. Horrible parents. In my opinion. Oh, that's funny, dude. Oh, don't you love the thumbnail for tonight's show? Don't you love the thumbnail? But they're calling for it, man. They are calling for vigilantes. They are calling and basically an eye for an eye. That's what it sounded like to me. Because that's all BLM does. Burn, loot, murder. Burn, loot, murder. Let's see. Jordan Neely press conference. Yeah, I think YouTube took him down, dude. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Yeah, she was calling for riots too a few days ago. Let's see this. Here she is. Yapping. Didn't they just do that with Derek Chauvin? I mean, technically. That's what I'm saying. It'll never be enough for these woke black people. It'll never be enough. No matter what you do, no matter what you give them, no matter how many reparations of billions of dollars, it will never be enough. You still get this. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, Rigga. Ski, Rigga, she. Just a snarling Snorlax Rigga. Straight up. That's right. Daniel Penny is a hero. He is a hero, you retard, low IQ, woke black. Daniel Penny is a hero. And he's free. Not guilty. Not guilty. She almost doxed the jury, dude. That was close. That was close, dude. That was really close. She gave the age range of some of the jurors. Here she was today, of course, being a woke black, blaming white people. Oh, they will be. They will be. They will be. They will be. The wonderful white people, they will be celebrating their Christmas. Absolutely.
These wonderful white people, I hope they celebrate their Christmas while the Neely family is praying and asking God for a country.
Well, where was the Neely family when their son was beating the elderly in the subway train and abducting 7-year-old little girls? Where was the Neely family asking for God for comfort in that situation? Look at this. She ski. Oh, these stupid woke black women, dude. They're the worst. They're the most low IQ. They are the most low IQ, and it's hilarious, dude. Just yapping. Just yapping.
Is praying and asking God for goddamn them and goddamn America.
Then leave. Like, why are you here? Why are you here? I don't understand. You know, nobody is forcing you to be here. Nobody is forcing you to be here. Go back to Africa, okay? Okay, if you are so proud of your heritage, okay, then go back. You can get on a boat, you can maybe take a plane, and you can get the hell out. I'll just say it. I'll say what everybody's thinking. Go back to Africa, okay? Since you love it so much, and you take so much pride in your ancestry, then go back. Nobody's forcing you to be here. If America is such a terrible place, and it's such a white supremacist hellhole for minorities and blacks, then why are you here? If the system is rigged against you, then why are you here? Oh, the system is rigged against black people, but when it comes to their elections, the elections are not rigged, so Kamala to become the first black girl vice president of the United States. So which is it? You're low IQ, you woke black people, all you want is to attack and have excuse after excuse after excuse to not hold yourselves or your communities accountable. You just want, A, to attack white people, B, to escape accountability, and C, you want a free pass. That's it. That's all it's ever been about. And that's all it's ever going to be about. And this is why you sound intellectually inconsistent and retarded when you're walking around, running around, yapping. That America is so racist with your designer leather jacket on in New York. There's no white person out there threatening your existence. There's no white person out there saying, hey, why are these riggers speaking? Huh? Who said these riggers could speak? What are these riggers doing out here talking without my authorization? You're not oppressed, retard. You're just a grifter, okay? You're not oppressed. You're just a damn grifter. Straight up. You angry, angry, woke black little beaver. You angry, angry, woke black fat beaver. Okay, I take that back. You're nice and fat and oppressed, okay? Fat, oppressed, proud, woke black woman, okay? Straight up. Let's just be honest here. I honestly don't understand why these people are still here. I really don't get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like all these Mexicans running around. America's racist, you know what I mean? It's like, then go back to Mexico. Get the hell out of here. What do you want? What are you doing here for? These Guatemalans and all these Ecuadorians running around complaining that they're not getting everything they thought they were going to get for free from America. And then get the hell out. You can leave. You can leave. This goes for anybody. Anybody. Get the hell out, then leave. If it's so bad, then leave. Straight up. Straight up. Save your welfare checks. You know? Save up your welfare checks, you know? Buy some luggage. Get a couple plane tickets. Get on the banana boat and get the hell out of here if it's so bad. It's, oh, America's so horrible. It's so racist. And all the white people hate me. Honestly, it's just narcissistic behavior, right? Like the whole world is obsessed with you and against you. No, it's not. Chill out, okay? Relax. You're not Malcolm X. You're not Tupac Shakur, okay? You're not MLK Jr. You're not some kind of threat. You're just a dumb, low IQ, fat, woke black woman, okay? That's retarded. You look like a fat beaver, and you're embarrassing yourself, girl, okay? Go lose some weight. Maybe get on some Ozempic, okay? Try working out a little bit. Getting healthy makes you feel better about yourself. I mean, these people are the most miserable people. You know, just living in this whole bubble of oppression, self-inflicted oppression and this victim mentality, their whole life, right? They're just in this psychological prison like the whole world. It's a narcissistic, psychological, self-hating prison where at the same time they're unwilling to take any personal accountability, so they just blame white people on everything for their failures. You're a failure. That's what you are. You are a failure. And you try to claim to be oppressed, and you're like 150 pounds overweight. Oh, wow. Damn, you are oppressed, girl. You are oppressed. Straight up. You look like something straight out of the Nutty Professor family. Damn, you look like Eddie Murphy. You look like Eddie Murphy. You look like one of the clumps. Yeah. You know what I should play right now? Oh, we're gonna do this. Hold on. We're gonna do this. Hold on. I'm not even gonna say it. Let's see if I can find it. You guys know what's coming. You guys know what's coming. Hold on. Yo, mama's so fat. Hold on. It's coming right up. Coming right up. Hold on, let me see. Let's see if I can pull this up. No, it's not that one. No, it's the first one. Maybe it's through this.
You've seen him on Def Comedy Jam many times. Y'all give it up for my man, Reggie Warrington. Give it up.
I'll let Dave Chappelle roast this fat woke BLM retard. It's my favorite comedian of all time, by the way.
Women be shopping. Damn, you can't stop a woman from shopping, baby.
That's true. Women do shop.
See what we got in here tonight. Oh my God. She's unbelievable. Look at this. Look like a handful of curly fries.
Unbelievable.
Now look at
Hold on, this quality sucks. Why is this like in 480p? Why is this in like 480p? Hold on. And for you. Boom, there we go.
women be shopping, baby.
Much better.
Women be shopping. Damn, you can't stop a woman from shopping, baby.
That's true. Women do shop.
See what we got in here tonight. Oh my God. She's unbelievable. Look at this. Look like a handful of curly fries. Look look at this white dude right here. Look at white dude. Like, oh my, what is her wig exactly?
Here we go. Right here. Right here.
It's a full moon tonight. I think I found where they hid Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle is a freaking legend, dude. Who's second? Who's getting? Oh my gosh. Oh, the good old days, man. That's why Dave Chappelle is my favorite. He is my favorite comedian, communicator, entertainer of all time. And if you never knew that, now you know why the show is the way it is. Right? But anyway, so yeah, you know, woke BLM being woke BLM, getting violent while literally wearing designer clothing, dude. I think they're literally wearing Dolce & Gabbana. You can't make this up.
P, call him a hero. How? How? Would Daniel Penny be a hero if Jordan Neely